So had you not took the money, because Type of Way was Type of Way without influence. So had you not took the money and not took that layoff, where would Rich Homie Quan be at?
What Rich Homie Quan be, man? Like,
do you ever think about that?
Of course, man. Of course. Of course. Like, I used to have sleepless nights. Like why me, God? Like, damn, what I do, man? I thought I was doing everything by the books.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know what I'm saying? I had those conversations, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think the biggest thing was just going from like $100,000 a show, bro, to nothing. Exactly. Like, not having no show for like 3 months.
That's
mind, like, imagine what that do to your mind.
Right.
You know what
Even
saying?
if you still got a bankroll.
Yeah, for sure.
You could still have $6 million in the cut, but damn, they done just cut me off.
Damn. So then, like, at the point, like, when my shows slow down, that's what made me, like, put my antennas on. Like, well, like, damn, what the hell my radio money at? This is when I'm starting to get more in tune with my business. Now, it was never too late. Because at the time, like, I always had, like, and I think a lot of times, man, with these labels and these execs do, when it's time to go to court, they try to drag you out, man, because they know you spending money and nigga don't have enough money to fight the lawyer. So at that time, you know, you'll just take whatever given.
Right. Because it's extra at that point in your brain. Now it ain't extra. You owe that.
Come on, and like me, man, like, I always had some paper put up. I'm always going like, I want to stop today, man. I could do that and live comfortably.
That's good.
But I just like, where I come from, man, we don't give up on nothing. We stop when we ready to start and stop, and it's tell us it's not hard to stop.
Right. When you but when you went from $100,000 a show to zero, what was the feelings though?
The feelings were more like, because at the same time, like the $100,000 a show, man, I had only got that one time. Like, we had got up to some 60s, some 70s, even some 80s.
But you was constant 80s. Though. Yeah, whatever like, the numbers were.
Yeah, like there was a consistent number.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that was cool. But it's like when we hit that 100, and this like 2014. We weren't like doing hundreds then, bro. Right. You feel me? In my mind, I'm not knowing like it's hard to make 100,000 in the club back then. I'm just thinking that 100,000 thing. Well, if one person paid me that, everybody should be paying me that. And me not knowing like, knowing the game, man, I was a student then. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. Like, I was a student and it was a lot of shit I was still learning. I didn't know.
Was you arrogant though when it was popping? For
sure.
Yeah.
I'd be a lot to say I wasn't arrogant. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like my people tell you like,
cause you went up though. You went big.
And it
though.
was a fast.
Yeah, beat. Man, we gotta be careful when we get that money and that fame.
For sure. But at the same time, that's why I credit my team. Like for me having my family around, niggas let me know I'm tripping.
Right.
You know what I mean? Me not looking at it like, oh, I ain't tripping. Like, I had to look at that man in the mirror like, boy, you can't blame this on nobody but yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Right. Me just having to have that talk with myself like, why you tripping?
Yeah. Because I heard you say, I heard you say that some of the producers went left.
Yeah, for sure that.
And it's like, do you think they got the arrogant version of Quan? Do that play into that?
I can't even say that. Nope.
So they just didn't keep it solid.
Yeah, they ain't keep it solid. And they know that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even know that. They know they ain't keep it solid. It had nothing to do with Quan as an individual because know how much I'm in tune with music. And I would have never brought them up if I ain't feel like we ain't had no relationship, if I ain't feel like we was in that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, you know what I mean? It is what it is, but nah, you can't blame that on the person I was then or what my mind was. Like, I was coherent when it came to making music.
Exactly.
A lot of my relationships came from me missing radio or me missing big shows for the radio and stuff of that nature, you know, that I just didn't get then.
Right.
You know what I mean? The money it wasn't them 100 I was talking about. Right. So, you know, the radio, like, it's a little lower because I'm like, man.
Because they showing love on the radio side, so they saying you got to with this for us to with that.
We're going to give you them spins and we're going to give you, but me not knowing it, all I'm thinking is the 100 in my brain. Yeah. And I knowing this business and the money. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Did you think it'll ever stop though, the money?
Nah, to be
when
honest,
that shit go to popping, don't know. Nigga think it's still season, that popcorn, bro.
Like, come from what I came from and at that time, like I never even thought it would slow down. Fuck not even getting no money for no show. Right. I never even thought, bro, I was on the road 5 days a week with 7 days being a total in a week, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. I was on there home 2 days. Right. And them 2 days like a Monday or Tuesday. Right. Like I'm gone from Wednesday to Sunday.
Yeah.
And every week.
And you know what? It's almost like when a nigga is at home and he sit back and think to himself, I was popping or I am popping like this. I just don't see it slowing down.
You feel me? Nah, you don't, man. Like the money you getting a 40, 50 every 5 days a week, man. 5 times 5, man. What that is, 25?
Going crazy.
Come on, man. Like, think about it. That's $250 a week, man.
Going crazy.
It's $250 a
$1 million
week, bro.
a month.
So it's almost like, who gonna tell me? Like, even though I'm in the studio, like, I knew I was feeling myself for the money hadn't got to my head when I wouldn't even listen to niggas. I wouldn't even let niggas critique my music. I ain't want to hear, boy, I just made $250 a week. How you gonna tell me this ain't hard?
Yeah.
Get out the yo.
Yeah, you hating.
Yeah.
And
But I needed
that's
that
deep.
around
That's
me.
deep
You know what
right
I'm
there.
saying?
That's deep.
You feel me?
Yeah. So I'm saying that's the point when you look back at it. That's the point when you say I was tripping. I ain't even let my people critique the music. They can't even tell me damn that line right there kind of off, Quan, or nah, this ain't really it. This they can't tell me nothing.
I was tripping for sure.
Yeah.
But when I look at it, I had to go through that shit. I had to be that person at that time, bro.
Shaping your character.
I had to. Because
Yeah.
if I wouldn't have, bro, I'd probably be a nigga. Or
Yeah.
I wouldn't enjoy what I'm doing.
Right.
So, like, I had to go through the moments and know, like, I never even put my in that type of situation no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I've grown. I had to see that type of me in me to know that's not what I want to be. You feel me? But experience is the best teacher. And until you go through that, you can't tell a nigga how you'll react. Nigga, you ain't never been nowhere, bro. You ain't never been up $1 million.
Right. And that's the thing. Be critical of a nigga.
Deal with your money.
Yeah.
You ain't never been up $1 million. Why you gonna tell me to do 10 on them?
Right. That's why I had to call people in the game that already done cash checks. Like, look, man, what do I do with this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now, here's what I think.
Okay.
With the game, it's almost like you, and it may be a few other examples that consumers or the casual fans will look at and say fell off at a certain point of time.
Sure.
Now, here's the thing. Your sound didn't change.
At all.
So I want to understand, how did that feel knowing that, I'm still that nigga as far as if I get in the booth right now, I'm creating on the same level when I was getting $100,000 a show. So how did that feel knowing that the sound ain't why I took a dive? It was the litigation and my absence.
That played a big part, man, with the cloud being over my head, bro. Cause in my mind, like, I know I can't drop, but I hear my sound, and damn near every song that I do hear.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You definitely got some ingredients out there.
Yeah, so that was over my mental, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, that was part of the motivation why I had to get back into yo. To let niggas know what the source is, to let niggas know who the source is, to let niggas know, like, it's different when it come from the source. Like, it show you what was trying to be created. And,
you know, usually when it comes from the source, it's pure.
in all forms.
That's for sure. If you had to do a versus today, who you would do a versus against?
If I had to do a versus today, man, like, even like when I tell my team, I try not to even talk about